Hi folks, welcome to this next video that's going to look at career planning and development. So let's have a little discussion first on what career planning and development really is. Well, it's really more of a process that a person goes through just to become aware of their career-related attributes. So if they chose a career, it's kind of more like a self-reflective piece whereby they think about, well, what do I have to bring to this job, right? And what are some of the activities that I need to be able to do, or some of the attributes or personality traits that I need to be able to display in order to get fulfillment out of this career. So what is it about this career or this job that I like, and what is it that makes me really good at it? All right. Once you have a sense of that, you can go through a series of thoughts about if I want to take my career to the next level, given the strengths and the attributes that I have, what else do I need to do? How can I improve? How can I develop, given the strengths that I already have? In fact, many of you, you might remember in your business career strategies course here, have probably gone through the Strengths Quest assessment, and you probably may still have access to your strengths. So if you can access that again, you might be reminded of what your innate talents or your strengths are that you can build on to help you select an appropriate career and excel in that career. So let's have a closer look at some of the elements of career planning and development. First of all, there are some new approaches to career development coming out, given that, or because of the fact that more people are changing jobs. They may not just be changing where they work, but they could be changing jobs. Jobs are changing all the time based on competition, based on internal and external influences. We discussed a lot of this back in the earlier chapters of this course. Jobs are changing. So the idea is, given your attributes, your talents, your strengths, how are you upping your own game to take advantage of future opportunities? That puts you in charge of your own career development. Linear paths lose definition. So if you just if somebody kind of just leads you around from one job to the next, you might say, hey, where's this leading me? Where am I going? I might not be going in a direction that I really like. So sometimes when you let somebody else take control of your career and of where you want to be, so you just kind of progress linearly. So say, for example, oh, I like accounting, so I want to be a junior accountant, and then I want to be an intermediate accountant, then I want to be a senior accountant. You say, well, if I let somebody take me along this linear path, how do I really know that's where I want to be? Maybe I want to be a financial analyst, which is somewhat related to accounting, right? So sometimes, we have to take new approaches to career development. The primary stakeholder is you. Okay, it's not the company, it's you. So we have to think more about, companies have to think more about what are your talents and what do you want to develop. It's not just necessarily about what the company is looking for. And again, there needs to be a more dynamic and what we call a holistic approach to career development. We have to think not just about the kinds of things you like to do and the kinds of jobs that can use those skills and attributes that you bring, but also the ones that you want to develop. And again, what's it going to take for you to develop them? Do you have to go back to school to get degrees or designations to practice in an area where you've never had experience before, if it's what you want to develop? Because that might mean that you need to take time away from your family, from your friends, and that might, kind of infringe on your work-life balance, right? So you need to think about what you need to give up. And again, it's not just a means to an end. It's not just a means to get a job or to get a new job. You have to think of career development as something that really means I have to be committed to learning all the time, not just on the job, but education-wise, in my community, volunteering more and being flexible and willing to change with not just with what the company needs, but as you find your own needs evolving. You have to make sure that you are true to yourself and you make changes in your career when you know you need to. Okay, so in our next video, we're going to talk a little bit more about some of the elements of career development.